So, yeah, my man from Coney 2012 got caught doing something, man. Right? How'd you feel about what he got caught doing, right?
Well, Jason Russell, it made the news. He was caught in public. He was inebriated and he was doing just obscene gestures. And I really think that he might have just been overwhelmed from all the publicity that he's gotten now for him to do this. Like, this is the worst thing that he probably could have done at this time, especially with all the speculation going on about Clooney 2012 and the validity of it. And for him to come out and do, you know, just something totally all else is not, it's not really helping the, if 2012 was real and he really is trying to stop this man, he's not helping it over here doing what he was doing, just acting a fool in public, you know. And it just leads me to believe that you're no humanitarian. Like, this is not real.
Yeah,
And
he's saying like he's not like on his Gandhi-ish, like he would like to put off maybe.
no, yeah.
Well, I want to say like first off, like my first judgment of the guy, and I'm sorry, I guess I'm terrible for doing this, but when I first heard him speak in the documentary Cody 2012, I suspected that he was a homosexual the whole time. Like I was like, man, like I've seen people have kids and come out as gay, so it's not like it's crazy to hear that. You know what I mean? I don't know, like so I was like, man, this,
Only because, and
man,
you
you see how he was
suspected,
holding a gun in that one picture?
you suspected this because of his gestures. They were just more feminine, is what you're saying. They weren't really
Like
masculine.
that broken wrist, like that flamboyancy. I mean, like there's a lot of people, I guess, that walk that fine line, but like that's what I thought. First
And then
impression,
his voice as well.
it doesn't give him and it doesn't help him.
Okay.
And then
For him to
getting
do this.
caught in speedo type underwear, some drawers like that in public. And they just said a substance too. They didn't say alcohol. Like I just heard like it was a substance. I mean, it's probably alcohol involved too. Like, but he probably was doing more than one form of starch. Like probably some cocaine. Probably
Well,
something.
we don't know. We don't know what he
I
was
don't know.
doing.
I don't know. But they said for them to say substance in the Huffington Post article that I read, they didn't even say like, alcoholic. Like if it's alcohol, he's over 21. They just say alcohol. But it says substance.
Okay,
So that's why I think it's more than just that. And I'm just saying, like, you got caught beating off. I mean,
okay.
I know drunk people do stuff like that.
Okay,
all
well,
the time.
anyway, so we think that okay, so you think that he is a homosexual. I mean, which really does not
I don't care about that at
with
all. I don't care about that at all. I'm just saying, like
that
everything ain't what it seems to be with this dude. That's all I'm saying. Like, number one, that's how I feel about that situation. Like with him off top, I don't feel like everything is what they,
And also, I think that something, like even now, like something fishy is going on because George Clooney and his father was arrested today in Washington because he was protesting in front of the Sudanese embassy about
How long was
the
he
problems.
in bookings? How long was he in central bookings? Did they even fingerprint him, yo? The public outcry, he had to get released. I don't know, man. It just seemed fishy.
So, like,
That seemed fishy too.
When I first heard that he was arrested, I was like, oh my god, hot George Clooney. This is a crime. Get that man out of jail. He doesn't deserve it. And he's doing something so hot and sexy as like protesting for the African people. And I'm like, oh my god, like, and I just like totally felt like they used like an American Idol.
That's what
And,
they're
like,
targeting though. You see they're targeting Hove.
So-
People like that, like, you know what I mean? People that don't even, I mean, come on, they got their own problems. What are they about to do? They're about to rap. Want people to rap about only problems in Africa? Why do people think guns are gonna solve the problem? I don't. That is the crazy thing to me.
So like, yeah, so I think they're just bringing more attention. Like, why? Like Africa, they've been struggling for a long time there, and like it's about time someone does do something. I'm not saying like just because they've struggled
It's
all this
different though
time
in
that
different
they
parts.
should just keep struggling. But I'm saying like if if now really is the time to like start helping Africa and like, you know, then we should be doing it by feeding them, number one, and not trying to like enforce the military over there, because that I don't think, I mean, it's going to help,
Well, I mean, really,
but
like,
like
why are these
the
people displaced? Is the question that you need to be like, okay, why are these people displaced? The lush place, Africa. Well, not all of it, but a lot of it is lush, and you can find food. It's food forage everywhere, like all parts of Africa, like, and they should be producing it at rapid rates too for the people of Africa, of that continent. But like, why are these people displaced? Why can't they get food in these type of places? And that's what really needs to be asked. Like, why do you have thousands of people, living in, shanty towns or
and
whatever?
that's what George Clooney,
Because it's
like
not like the food isn't there.
he
It's
was saying,
politics.
like the government, if I read correctly, the government was stopping the food from getting to the people, and that's why he was saying it's like a humanitarian problem, and he was trying to like, intervene before it just gets worse by getting arrested on purpose to bring attention to it. And I feel like this is like right after the 2012, and like there's so many problems going on right now
All over the
to the
world.
public eye. But like, why I think that Africa is going to be the next target, because the problems have been going on.
Well, I mean, it's just like the continuation of the rape of Africa, really. Like, it's not like it
But
ever
it's
stopped
like
being a
it's
target.
like being like brought, just like 9/11 was brought. Like there were problems going on over there overseas for a long time, but it was brought to the American eye before they could really go in there and just destroy it. So I think like Africa is really being brought to our faces, so when they do go in there, it won't, we'll
I mean,
have a
America is the
reason.
muscle. America is the muscle in the global government. Like, it's America's the muscle that the empire is Rome, basically, or whatever, whatever the global empire is, the Britannian. It just changed form. It's the global empire, and then they trying to police the world and run the show, and keep everybody on the hamster wheel, and like, and then they play with your emotions. You know what I mean? You just gotta be able to see through it, man. If you see through the smoke and mirrors, if you educate yourself, it don't even matter what Clooney's doing. Fucking idiot anyway. I'm sorry, but I mean, these dudes is all a stunt. All a stunt. I mean, they ain't helping Africa. You don't see Clooney in Africa. You see where he was at. He was in Washington D.C. Wasn't in Sudan.
I wouldn't go into Sudan either if I
I'm
was
just saying,
Clooney.
like, he's just
But
not.
if even like, I don't know, like if someone gave me
Not
opportunity,
all of Africa is impoverished.
I know, I'm not saying the parts that do need help though. Like those are the parts I would want to go to, that to help people, are the parts that do need help. And those are the roughest parts. I'm not going there because I'd be scared for my life. But I would send food there. I would protest. I would do that. So I mean, it's not like too crazy.
I mean, it's not crazy, man, but I mean,
I mean, there's a way to start, but I think
it's
that
probably
like,
an American base, because them shits is really bases. You know what I mean? There's hundreds of them all over the world got more bases. You got 130 bases out of 190 countries in the world. America does. So like, I know it's probably an embassy in Sudan that Clooney could have went to, but he didn't want to go to Sudan.
well,
It's a
he
stunt.
went and got
It's a
arrested on
stunt.
purpose
Yeah, it's a
to
stunt though.
bring
Yeah, I
attention.
know, but it ain't really like, I'm just saying, like, it's all pub. It's about pub. It ain't really about really doing anything. Anybody can go get arrested. It's about like, oh, I'm Clooney, I'm gonna get arrested now. Now all eyes on Sudan. Let's just see what happens. Let's see who stands the game. Same thing with 9/11 or any of these events. You see who stands the game. We'll see in the upcoming months. So.
Yeah. Okay. So is that all? All right.